Hi, I'm Tom Houck, and I want to give you an overview of our 2016 summer camps at Top of the Podium. We have 8 unique camps this summer, and some of them have different purposes and are more geared for different ages or abilities or interests. And so just want to make this video to help you in your decision if you're unsure about which camps make sense for your child. So I want to start off with, and by the way, each of the camps have their own page on our website and a little video like this that go into more detail. So if this points you in the right direction, that's great. Then go to those pages, read more, watch the videos. And if you have any questions at all, just send us an email and I'll get back to you to talk live about what makes sense for your child, because it's very important to us that they're in a camp that makes sense and that they have a positive experience. So I want to start off with what we call our premier wrestling camps, sort of our big 3 wrestling camps. And these will be for more experienced, more serious wrestlers, that are serious about learning and improving and taking their game to the next level. And there's 3 of them. The first is the Pennsylvania Invasion Camp, or PA in VA, as we call it for short. This is an incredible camp. Not much needs to be said about it. Some of the best wrestlers and coaches in the country are coming here to teach our kids. It's going to be unbelievable. We think it will probably sell out pretty quickly, so if you're interested, register as soon as you can. And it is June 27th to June 30th. In July, Wade Chalice and Chalice Marshall returned for the 2nd straight year. They did 2 camps last summer, very popular and successful, and a long history of being great clinicians and teachers. We're actually doing 2 camps in 1 week this year. There's going to be a day camp for elementary and less experienced middle school wrestlers, and then for high school wrestlers and more advanced wrestlers, more experienced wrestlers, we're going to have a late afternoon camp, sort of camp/clinic, 90 minutes at the end of the afternoon that you can separately sign up for. And that's going to be more higher level, more geared towards probably the older and more experienced kids. Finally, in August, we have the Iowa Style Intense Camp returning to Top again. It's the 5th annual Iowa Style Camp. And this year, we will have some of the best wrestlers in the nation coming from the University of Iowa Hawkeye Wrestling Program, which is legendary and elite. And so it has an intense vibe. It's a little more intense than the others. It's not an intensive camp, like a J-Rob, where you're going hard all day long for a week, 2 weeks. But the kids do work hard. They pay attention. They hustle back. After they've been working on something, they do some live wrestling. And it just the Iowa guys have that vibe and attitude that it is part of the Iowa style. So for serious kids that want to work hard, it's a great camp for them. Now there's another wrestling camp that could make sense for your experienced wrestlers. Actually, it's not technically a wrestling camp, but it's Joel Caruso's RIP camp, which is an intensive training session. There is wrestling involved, and you have to have at least 2 years of experience. But it's also a lot of strength, conditioning, getting in shape and training. The slogan is, "Are you tough enough?" So it's kind of more like an intensive camp. But running, the Army Ranger PT test, push-ups, sit-ups, rope climbing, battle ropes, kettlebells, tire flipping, sled pushing. These guys are going to get in really good shape. Great if they're going to be playing football in August. Great if they want to get in shape and prepare for the upcoming fall and winter seasons, or if they just want to learn how to get in shape and how to properly train and then keep that going. And a wrestling component each day in that camp as well. So those are sort of the main 4 options for more experienced, serious wrestlers. We also have 2, what I would call more beginner/introductory camps that are great for brand new wrestlers who've never done it before, or those that have wrestled a year or 2, haven't been particularly serious yet, generally younger kids, but we can have middle schoolers in these classes too, especially if they're new in these camps. And so the first one is the 3 days after school lets out in Loudoun County in mid-June. It's being run by the Ashburn Wrestling Club. It's called a 3-day mini camp, and it will be led by high school coaches. And my sons went to this camp several years ago, had a great time, great introduction, great for kids that have just wrestled a few years. And that is in mid-June. And then just a different choice, first week of August, TOP has its second annual 50-50 camp, 50-50 youth camp it's called. It's half wrestling, half sports activities, games. So this is great, again, for brand new wrestlers who've never done it before and want to try it out, but aren't sure that they want to go to a whole week of wrestling camp yet. And again, those guys that have wrestled, boys or girls that have wrestled for 1 or 2 years, even 3 who want to focus on the fundamentals, who aren't sure they want to go to a serious wrestling camp. So again, half wrestling, half other activities / sports / games. So that's the first week in August. Finally, last but not least, we have 2 non-wrestling camps, nothing to do with wrestling. We have our second annual Faith and Fitness Camp. This is a camp that we started last year, and we studied King David. This year, the focus is going to be on the amazing life of the Apostle Paul. I actually have a Master's of Theology and conducted extensive research and did my master's thesis on the Apostle Paul. And so I will be leading a study of Paul's life with the kids, and usually rising 4th graders up to rising 9th graders. That's a nice age range. But in addition to that, we do a lot of exercise and get a lot of fitness in. We ride our bikes every day. The bike trail is right behind us here at top of the podium, and we will go to fields where we play kickball, soccer, flag football. We do activities here at top of the podium, and it's a great week of exercise and growing in faith. Listening to music, watching videos, small group discussions, reading the Bible. It's called the Faith and Fitness Camp. And then that is in July. And then also this year, for the first time, we introduced Camp Rocky. So many kids love the Rocky movies, so we thought we'd try to make a camp out of that theme. An introductory boxing camp. Nothing hardcore. They aren't going to be boxing each other, but they are going to be learning techniques and the basics. And this is a half-day camp, by the way, our only half-day camp. But each day they will watch a Rocky movie. It's a 4-day camp. So, and on the 4th day, we plan, if we can do it, to take a road trip to Philadelphia, to run the Rocky steps, and to visit the Rocky statue. That will be fun. The other 3 days, we'll watch a Rocky movie each day. We'll get an introductory boxing lesson from a qualified instructor, and then we will get some sort of workout. Not incredibly intense, but not incredibly easy either. They're going to get a good workout. Trying to do things that Rocky did when he was training for his fights. So it will be fun. Not super serious or intense, but they will be working. They'll be getting some exercise and learning some good stuff. The Rocky movies, by the way, because everybody has their favorites, we feel like we have to watch one, although it's not my favorite. A lot of people think it's a classic. And we will also watch 3, the greatest movie in history, and Rocky 4 as well. And I just want to tell you, top of the podium is a tremendous place to come to summer camp, with the natural light, with the high ceilings, and I mean, even when we sell out, there's no more than 45, 50 kids in here, which compared to some camps where there's like hundreds of kids and zillions of mats, I mean, they will get personal interaction with the instructors, even our big name clinicians at the serious camps. They'll be talking to them, working with them. So it's really unique. It's more intimate than the huge camps. And then some of our other camps, the non-wrestling camps, you know, they probably won't sell out. And so good interaction with the counselors and instructors, something unique here. Great location. Like I said, for some of the camps, we often go out on the bike trail right behind us. There's fields nearby that we can get to. It's a great place for a summer camp. So if you have any questions, please let us know. Again, each camp has its own page that you can watch a little video and learn more. Want to make sure it's a great fit and a great experience for your child. Thanks for watching.